Hi, I'm LP Master 6, and welcome to part 2 of Pokemon Yellow. Let's check in with our buddy Pikachu, who is displeased, and let us continue and explore. Ooh, this is Route 1 from Pallet Town to Viridian City, which is what that sign is about to tell us, but more importantly, we are having our first battle. I forgot I named my Pikachu Fabric. Alright, well, we actually have an advantage here, a type advantage. It's super effective. That means the type of move I used, which was electric, was good against one of the types of the opposing Pokemon. Pidgey is a normal flying type, and flying is weak to electric moves. Pretty basic stuff. The manual for the games describes it as a convoluted version of rock, paper, scissors. Also, this is one of my favorite video game songs of all time. Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's a convenient shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Red got potion. We also carry Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Oh, that hurt my throat. Well, we gotta go get some of those bad boys. Because we want to catch some Pokemon. We are not going to do what I did as a kid and just go through the game using Pikachu, which you can do in any Pokemon game, and honestly, it makes it pretty easy because you're going to be way over leveled because you're only leveling the one Pokemon. Ooh, it actually survived, and we get to see what it does. Not much to us. We're level 6 and it's level 4, and also Pikachu's got some pretty good stats as far as I'm aware, but again, I really don't know what Pokemon are good and what Pokemon are bad, with a few exceptions based on personal experience and what Chaga Conroy and other people have told me. We're getting a lot of fights. The encounter rates usually aren't this heavy. And there are other Pokemon we can find here aside from Pidgey that I'm hoping to show off. And I'm not going to show every wild battle, and I'm actually going to stop fighting wild Pokemon at a certain point because they give less experience than trainer Pokemon. Trainer battles are where all the good experience is. But early game, it's good to fight wild Pokemon. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. Well, we want to go ahead to Viridian. And guess what? That quick of a walk. And did you see the color change ever so slightly? Trainer tips. The battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points, PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Yes, you cannot use any move indefinitely. That is a very important mechanic. Luckily, I don't have to teach you most of the game mechanics because the game will teach you for me with those neat little trainer tips signs. We are going to get into exploring Viridian, and I'm going to talk about battle mechanics more in a minute. Those Pokeballs at your waist. There's only one, buddy. You have Pokemon! It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. That's the Nintendo Switch slogan. And we cannot get to this guy right now, sadly. But we can check this out. Viridian City. The Eternally Green Paradise. Eternally Green? What about in winter? They have winter here, right? Heal your Pokemon. Pokemon Center. Oh, oops. Anytime you see that Poke sign... Actually, Pikachu, what do you have to say? Still displeased. That means it's a Pokemon Center where you can heal for free. Heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. It always bothered me as a kid, you can't sit on these couches. Because they look... Actually, they don't look very comfortable. They look very blocky. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They don't charge any money either. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon? And listen to this tune. Oh, such a classic. And yes, Pallet Town is the only town in the game without a Pokemon Center in it, but it doesn't matter because Viridian is such a short walk. And that Pokemon next to the nurse is a Chansey. And the Pokemon Center nurses were redesigned for Yellow to be more based on the Nurse Joys of the anime. You can use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me. So kind. Well, hello, receptionist. Welcome to the Cable Club. We're making preparations. Please wait. Okay. You'd think she'd say please come back later or something. And now we have access to the same PC functions we did in our house, item storage, but also someone's PC. Access Pokemon storage system. But we can do all of this, but we cannot deposit our Pokemon when we only have one. The game will not let you have less than one Pokemon in your party after you get your first Pokemon. Reasonably so, otherwise you wouldn't be able to do anything in the game. You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? No thanks, buddy. Oh, okay then. I love how childlike that is. Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch out for its poison sting. Thank you very much. As you can see, there's a lot of empty space, which I actually really appreciate because it's more like a town. All your item needs fulfilled. Pokemon Mart. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? So he recognizes us. I theorize that, you know, Red's mom took Red to town somehow, avoiding the wild Pokemon, you know, to go shop and hang out because Pallet Town has 3 buildings in it. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Red got Oak's parcel. This is where I first learned the word parcel. I'll never forget getting Pokemon Red in from eBay and playing it on my Game Boy Advance SP, and then getting to this part and asking my mother what parcel meant. Good times. Okay, say hi to Professor Oak for me. We cannot shop here until we have delivered the parcel. So we have to go all the way back to Pallet Town. Luckily, we know a quicker way to get there. Wow, tons of Pokemon stuff. This shop sells a lot of Perluna's Heal. The shop finally has some potions in stock. That is a reference to Red, Green, and Blue, where that guy will say that, complain that the shop does not have potions, because it doesn't. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Let's go in this building. Whew, I'm trying to memorize all my notes. Sis says Pokemon will become tame if you treat them nicely. That's right, it's a school with not only one room, but one desk. Looked at the notebook, first page. Pokeballs are used to catch Pokemon. Up to 6 Pokemon can be carried. People who raise and make Pokemon fight are called Pokemon trainers. Turn the page. Second page. A healthy Pokemon may be hard to catch, so weaken it first. Poison, burns, and other damage are effective. This is referring to catch rates. When you catch a Pokemon, certain status ailments that you can inflict on the Pokemon, for instance, Thundershock has a chance of making a Pokemon paralyzed, which will increase its chance for being caught in a Pokeball. The lower its health is, also, the higher the chance that it will be caught. But you cannot let it faint or the battle will be over and you will miss your chance to catch it. Pokemon trainers seek others to engage in Pokemon fights. Battles are constantly fought at Pokemon gyms. The goal for Pokemon trainers is to beat the top 8 Pokemon gym leaders in development, just known as Pokemon leaders according to the manual. Do so to earn the right to face the Elite Four of Pokemon League. Hey, don't look at my notes. Jeez. Don't you want to share the knowledge? Okay, be sure to read the blackboard carefully. Alright. The blackboard describes Pokemon status changes during battles. This is the most boring chunk of text in the game. It doesn't last that long, but I'm going to talk over it. You can read it all you want. But I want to explain the actual battle system. So, in battle, you go until your opponent's Pokemon are all not dead. Satoshi Tajiri specifically did not want to make them die. And what did he say? Basically increase the volume of needless violence in video games. He did not want kids to be exposed to all that violence because it was unnecessary. So they just faint. But after all your Pokemon faint, you will black out and lose half your money. And after all the opponent's Pokemon faint, or just the one wild Pokemon, you will get money. Actually, you don't get money in a wild battle, I don't think. Do you? Oh my god, you'd think I would know that after playing these games a million times. But in any case, we could go back to Pallet Town, but let's go in here. My daddy loves Pokemon too. Well, that is wonderful. To tweet? What is a Speary? Coming up with nicknames is fun, but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. Spearow. Name? Speary. We have not seen a Spearow yet. Also, if you'll notice, everyone's obsessed with Pokemon. Is that how it is in this world? Or is that just what we're seeing because that's all we, the player, or Red, the Pokemon-obsessed kid, care about? You know, I'm sure they actually have grocery stores and stuff, but since that's irrelevant to us, it's just not on our radar. It's up to your imagination. This is a world of imagination, the Pokemon world, and you are exploring it and enjoying the fun aspects, not the boring stuff like grocery shopping. So that's something I love about this game, and that the Game Boy actually helped with, because its lack of colors and fancy graphics and scenery really helped all the 1996 to 99 children imagine, you know, the world in a much grander way. The anime and manga helped with that too. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. He hasn't had his coffee yet. Okay, let's sneak around him. You can't go through here! This is private property! If you will notice, his cheeks are flushed. That's because in Japan, this guy is drunk. Of course, they censored that for Nintendo of America. Why did I talk to this guy again? Oops. We got to see the Switch slogan again. We could go west, but let's try to find a way around that old man. Well, we can't. There's another bush in our way. However, on this bush is a hidden item, which are sprawled throughout the game. And I will be picking up every item on the ground that is humanly possible. And I hope to God I do not miss any. I had that one memorized, but I do not have most of them memorized. And we will explore to the west later. For now, let's go back and deliver Oak's parcel. God, I love this. I love that satisfying sound that this makes. Over one of my favorite songs ever. Back home. Also, I didn't bring it up because I had a lot to talk about. Every song in this town is also fantastic. Oh, Red! How is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? Red delivered Oak's parcel. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. We never get to see that Pokeball. I always wanted to. That's also where I learned the word custom and had to ask my mom what that meant. By the way, I must ask you to do something for me. Great, we come back and do him a favor, and he wants us to do another favor. Gramps, my Pokemon has grown stronger. Check it out. Ah, Blue, good timing. I needed to ask both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention, Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Red and Blue, take these with you. Red got Pokédex from Oak. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Professor Oak is canonically 47. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Like the iCarly theme song. Red, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Red. Ha ha ha! She's got so many, though. Pokemon around the world wait for you, Red. Let's go! Now we are officially sent on our journey because it was pretty ambiguous before. We were just kind of out exploring, but now we are officially on a quest to see the world. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this will help you. Red got a town map. Now in our inventory lay the town map. But we also have the Pokédex. It is not an item, it is a menu function. We get all these empty encyclopedia entries. Since we have seen Pidgey it automatically recorded that it's the tiny bird Pokemon, but we don't have any information on it. I thought it automatically recorded information. Actually, we can see, well, we can hear its cry, and we can see where it lives. So that's pretty cool. Very useful stuff if you're trying to catch another one, or tell a friend in the schoolyard where to find them in your version of the game. But Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, and you can see its height and weight and Pokédex number. It keeps its tail raised to monitor its surroundings. If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. Some versions of the games, like it differs between red and blue, what the Pokédex entry is for each Pokemon. At least I believe so. And I think yellow has all new Pokédex entries as well. We get Pikachu's cry and area unknown, because you cannot catch Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. This is the only Pikachu you get in this game without trading. Oh, that's neat. Oh, I didn't show this. I have no interest in printing. I just like this little jingle. Alright, that's good enough. Let's continue on our journey. Now that we have a Pokédex, we can record information much more easily. So are we scientists now? It doesn't really say. It automatically records, but somebody has to be writing those entries. There is a canon explanation for that, but not really in the games. So does Red write the entries? And like that's why there's different versions of the entries for each version of the game, because each player is writing the entries differently. And we're like supposed to be trading information also. Ooh, level 7. Alright, already back in Viridian with that slightly different shade of green. And that is because all the Western releases for Red, Blue, and Yellow are mostly contained in Game Boy Color ROMs and not original Game Boy ROMs like in Japan, because the Game Boy Color was already out by the time all the Pokemon games were in the West. Where are we going? We don't need to heal or anything. No, we haven't taken any damage, but we can go to the mart now and finally shop. Hi there, may I help you? We can sell, but I'd kind of like to keep our 3 potions because those are pretty useful. What if we try to sell our town map, since we can go get another one from Daisy maybe? I can't put a price on that. You actually can't get another one from Daisy. Now we could buy Pokeballs, and I recommend that you buy Pokeballs and catch as many Pokemon as possible. But I'm actually going to wait for a stupid reason. We could buy more potions, but we already have 3. Antidote heals poison. Paralysis heal heals paralysis. And burn heal, of course, heals burn. So we are actually going to save our money and not do any shopping. And before we continue on, so let's go check in on the old man and see if we can pass. When I go shop in Pewter City, I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest. That is completely irrelevant. Alright. Oh, we can't slide past him. Ah, I've had my coffee now and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. I'm sorry I was so rude to you. I see you're using a Pokédex. I'll show you how to catch Pokemon as my apology. Sorry, I forgot to do my funny old man voice, haha. Ah, Rattata, something we have not seen yet. I love this back sprite of the old man. Old man used Pokeball. I thought that was hilarious as a kid, that they just call him old man. Shoot, it was so close too. That didn't work. I must be losing my touch. I've run out of Pokeballs too. I have to get some at Pokemon Mart. Goodbye. It's because he didn't weaken it. That's why that didn't work. So we can actually explore the rest of town. This is where that tree was with the potion. Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. The more you have, the easier it is to fight. Viridian City Pokemon Gym. That's right, there is a gym this early out of the 8 possible gyms. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. Yeah, you were originally intended to fight a gym leader in this town in development, but they decided to close the gym instead. The gym's doors are locked. Well, maybe they'll come back later. For now, we are going to go to Route 22 and explore, because this is entirely optional. And let's see how we're doing on time. Yeah, we got time to keep going. Why not?